Hi everybody, my name is Vidyan Pola. I am one of the CEOs of VHA Accounting Solutions. I play an integral role in the tax department and tax planning. We've noticed that clients need to be aware that the South African Revenue Service has a strict hand and they are becoming more and more heavy on taxpayers. What I mean by that, they are making sure that taxpayers need to be compliant. And we are finding more and more businesses being trapped, not compliant. We noticed that SARS have imposed or started imposing the penalties for non-submission. And that's when clients come to us to try to get their books up to date. So we encourage taxpayers to rather be on top of it instead of being behind and then being chased by SARS to bring their work up to date. This could lead to severe penalties and interest and could possibly hinder your cash flow greatly, as SARS is a creditor and is a creditor that needs to be taken care of. VHA's approach to SARS is one that we are proactive. We make sure that before any submissions, we apply the relevant tax law and apply the relevant tax law, meaning that we make sure that all the documentation and paperwork is in order prior to any submission. We use all our cloud-based channels to save the data and information so that if there's an audit in 5 or 10 years' time, none of the paperwork gets damaged or destroyed, and it's quite safe in the cloud and makes it easy for us to access. So we always employ that approach prior to any submission, that we make sure everything is in order, and we try to discipline our clients in that way. We also spend time educating our clients on how to get better with their documentation. For example, we tutor a lot of clients what is a valid tax invoice. A valid tax invoice needs to be uploaded to SARS when proving VAT. So that's one of the common things that we tutor our clients and ensure that our clients are disciplined. Some of the tips that I can give you for efficient filing is it's very important to collate your information and have it ready timeously. And a very good tip is to maybe use a software like Adobe to ensure that you scan and keep your documents, because not all the time the tax practitioner you're going to use is going to use a cloud-based platform like VHA. So I think it's very important to make sure that the necessary documents are in place and submitted on time. Never leave anything for the last minute. Quite a niche market that VHA has found is the disputes and alternate dispute resolution with SARS. SARS are becoming more and more stringent and applying the Tax Administration Act. And we've noticed a lot of taxpayers coming to us with a lot of these problems. We seem to have a very good strike rate with SARS, and we're able to unwrap and resolve the problem with SARS. One of the major topics that I also studied in the last 5 years was the SARS dispute and alternative resolution with SATE. And I have a comprehensive background with that. So what I say is that any client that's having an issue with SARS, we don't need to be your accountant. You can come to us with your SARS matter, and we help you with that SARS matter and get it resolved for you. I encourage taxpayers to use a qualified tax practitioner, as you may find that you find yourself on the other side of SARS and you will be facing the heavy hand of SARS. What I mean by that is we have picked up a couple clients where they did not use a tax practitioner and incorrect returns were submitted to SARS. This led in the tax practitioner being compromised by the fact that SARS had levied additional assessments and penalties on their assessments. VHA then engaged with the taxpayer and SARS, and we rectified the situation. Not always that the situation can turn out in a positive note, like how it turned out with the clients that we worked with. One needs to ensure that you rather use a qualified tax practitioner because if you have any issues, they can resolve them. And they can ensure that you are submitting your returns on the correct basis. The last thing you want is to be putting in incorrect returns and then getting these additional assessments and your cash flow being severely compromised. With the clients that we did solve the tax problems, we managed to get the cash flow back on track, and we were really grateful for that. So VHA, as I said, we are quite good at engaging with SARS and trying to diffuse the problems that one may have. At VHA Accounting, we pride ourselves with staying abreast of the tax law. We ensure that we attend all the necessary updates with the tax laws. We also take it one step further, and we encourage our staff to continuously study programs involved with SAIT and to upskill ourselves. So we, on a continuous basis, are upskilling ourselves and ensuring that we stay ahead of the pack. A simple example would be when Section 7C came out, VHA Accounting ensured that we had the necessary skills to negate the Section 7C and try to put a problem solve in place for clients who had a problem. So this is common, that the tax law changes, and we ensure that we are abreast of the tax law. My final thoughts are, as I just want to reiterate, please do not leave things for the last minute. SARS work on a timeline, and if you're not within the timeline, it becomes more and more difficult to argue with SARS. So I encourage taxpayers to, and if there's a problem, you rather act upon it quickly rather than later.